Good day, dear students and learners. Today our lesson's theme, intonation, it's from practical phonetics subject. And to the third course, lesson 1. First of all, from beginning, I want to introduce the phonetics studies. I want to explain what phonetics studies. The first, the intonational structure of sentences. The second is the system of English phonemes. The third is to understand components, speech sounds, word stress and intonation. And the next is accentual structure of words, its nature, place and degree. And the next one is syllabic structure of words, and the last one is the sounds and the classification and the distribution. Today we will use terms, or we may say mind map or keywords: stress, stressed syllable; prehead, nucleus, unstressed syllable; tail, tempo, high fall, low rise, high rise, fall rise, rise fall, rise, and level. And we can use these terms during our lesson. So stress, it means, as you know, yikpen, stressed yikpen the bone. Prehead, the first stressed syllable, бірінші yikpen the bone. Nucleus, it is the last stressed syllable. Unstressed syllable, it means yikpensiz bone. Tempo, it's in shortly the speed of our voice. High fall, low rise, they are kind of tones. It's clear that words are seldom pronounced by themselves. As vocabulary items, they are usually arranged into sentences in accordance with the grammatical and the phonetical structure of the language. And as we know, one of the components of phonetic structure of a language is intonation, because intonation is very important side of learning English language, and that turns a word, a group of words, into a sentence. And so I want to put one question about what is the intonation. Intonation is a complex unity of variations in pitch, stress, tempo and timbre. The intonation is a complex unity of variation in pitch. So pitch component is intonation or melody is the changes in the pitch of the voice in connected speech. And central stress or accent, we may say, is the greater prominence of one or more words among the other words in the same sentence. And tempo, we can say tempo in shortly the speed of our voice, or by rule is relative speed with which sentences and intonation groups are pronounced in connected speech. And speech timbre, it's a special coloring of voice which shows the speaker's emotions. So we can say emotions, pleasure, displeasure, or sorrow, and so on. So intonation is a term used to refer to the distant use of different patterns of pitch that carry meaningful information. We use in intonation, practical phonetics, we use such kind of levels, parallel lines, we may say. It shows that the range of our voice. If we raise our voice, we can mark such kind of mark, or if we fall or our voice falls, we may use such kind of downward curve marking. So, what is the difference between intonation and stress? Intonation is a complex unity of variations in pitch, stress, tempo and timbre. And stress is stress to the word or to the syllable, we may say. And here I want to show you one differences between intonation and intonation patterns. He is English teacher, fluency, he's going to speak about differences between intonation.
I want to talk about something in pronunciation in English. We use expressional in English. In other languages, usually it's very different. So you might be confusing some English. I want to talk about this intonation.
He's saying about intonation and stress, differences between them.
Can someone show me with your hand what is intonation? Like good, I guess. It's the up and down of our voice. It's not the same as stress. It's different. So if I say to you, so, what are you going to do next weekend? What are you going to do next weekend? That's stress. But if I say, are you going to go to the park next weekend? Question, right? Yes or no question. You tell me word that. And we use yes or no questions are always goes up. Yeah. But there are other ways we use intonation that are really different from other languages. What about the word incredible? Is incredible a positive word or a negative word? The word incredible. It's positive. Is it always positive? Ask me, how was your day yesterday? How was your day yesterday? Incredible. Okay. Now ask me again. What was your day? Yeah, right? I saw incredible accident. Because incredible means what? You can't. Incredible, you can't believe it. So you can't believe it was so good or bad. How about the word okay? Is that me? You sure that's me? Did I do this? It's okay. Look at my head. It's okay. How about the intonation, like tone? High, low, 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 low.
Low rise.
It's okay. I'm a man. I'm saying okay, and then low.
Okay, here he's going to say that intonation, it's the range or it's the rise or fall of our voice. For example, if you want to say that you can do it or you can do something, you can put stress to the word can. Or if you want to show that you can do it, you can put stress to I. And if here if you want to say that you can do it, you can stress or you can put stress to do. And the last one is to eat. And the reading must be I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So it depends on speaker's emotion, or it depends on speaker's feelings, we may say. And here I want to show you tongue twister, Peter Piper. We can't put stress to prepositions, articles, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections, and pronouns. We can't put stress in sentence. And here I want to show you tongue twister, Peter Piper tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where is the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Here, some words are stressed and some are not stressed. So, you learners or students have to find the stressed and unstressed words or sentences. Here I want to read with intonation. Next. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, Where is the pack of pickled peppers? Peter Piper picked. So it's tongue twister. You have to read quickly and with intonation, of course. Here, with red color, they are stressed words, or we may say they are stressed syllables. Peter Piper picked pickled peppers. In the first line, pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked. It's second line. In second line, stressed words, Peter Piper picked pickled peppers. They are also stressed syllables. Syllables, not syllables, words. Pickled peppers, Peter Piper picked. So they are stressed words. And of, and of, if, of, where is the of? They are unstressed words. Because as a rule, we can't put stress to prepositions or articles or pronouns and some questionable words. And here, there are 5 main types of body. The first is regular descending, broken descending, ascending, sliding or low, and the next one is scandent. And there are 4 kinds of types, or we may say there are 4 sections in this blackboard. And here the first is pre-head, second is head, third is Nicholas, the fourth is tail. The pre-head includes the first stressed syllable. Бірінші екпінді bone. Head екпінсіз bone. Head includes the stressed or unstressed syllables. Last to the last stressed syllable. Nicholas the last stressed syllable, and the tail is the last stressed unstressed syllable. Okay, let's make example to head and pre-head. It was splendid weather yesterday. The first unstressed syllables. It was a splendid. They are pre-head because they are the first stressed, unstressed syllable. And splendid is head because it's second stressed syllable. And weather is simple stress, and yesterday is Nicholas because it is the last stressed syllable. And here we can say that there is no tail. And now I want to explain about markings. Slow fall and low rise, simple stress, stressed syllable, and so on. And low fall is, for example, do, the word do. We have to put such kind of marking to low fall, and to low rise we have to put such kind of marking, and simple stress we can put such kind of mark, and stressed syllable it's not we can't use this here. And my example is I go to college every day. Here you have to put stress to the words or to the syllables. I is unstressed syllable, and it is the first unstressed syllable is pre-head. Go is simple stress. If the word has meaning, we can put stress, such kind of stress, simple stress. And the mark is to go. And to college, to is unstressed because it is preposition. College, simple stress, and every day. Every is also simple stress, and day is low fall. And here, if we want to know or to see the range of our voice, we can use such kind of two parallel lines. It's the range of our voice, and we divide it into three levels: low, mid, and high. Low, it means to speak in low level. Mid in mid level, and high is in high voice or in high range. For example, low fall, it means we have to put stress, or we have to speak in low level. For example, I go to college every day. Here is simple stress is go. First, I is unstressed syllable, so we have to put such kind of mark. And go, simple stress, to college, because there are two syllables, every day, and the sentence is end. These two parallel lines means long pause. And if the words are stressed, you have to read by meaning, and if the words are or syllables are unstressed, you have to read quickly these words. And the next, I want to show you one movie, or we can say your favorite cartoon, about, we can say, dialogue. And your task will be to put stress to their conversation or to their speech.
You need something done, Lisa?
I hope so. We are really fighting the clock and everyone counts. What? They're all sloths?
And during our lesson, after explaining our new material, I will give you laboratory tasks about intonation. The first task will be exercise. Here you have to mark or put stress to these sentences, and the answers will be such kind of words. And the laboratory task next is, there are some tasks. The first is Ellie's hair is green, looking for something pretty, make up your. They are sentences. You have to read and put stresses also to these sentences. And the next task is record your answers and in the intervals. And translation, spell and transcribe the words, translate the phrases into English, write the dictation, listen to the wrong statements or correct, and listen to the poem Twilight by George Byron, mark stresses and tunes, practice the poem, and learn it by heart. These are exercises to you, and here we can use examples or exercises from the Bloomland, and here kinds of markings: fall, rise, and fall, rise, and rise, fall. And next is here you have to read this poem and read with intonation and put stress to these words. And now I will read this poem and you have to repeat at home. It is the hour when from the boughs the nightingale's high note is heard. It is the hour when lovers' vows in sweet and airy whispered word. And gentle winds and waters near make music to the lovely ear. Each flower the dews have lightly wet, and in the sky the stars are met. And on the wave is deeper blue, and on the leaf a browner hue. And in the heavens that clear obscure, so softly dark and darkly pure, which follows the decline of day, as twilight melt beneath the moon away. And our lesson is going to end, and the next lesson will be kinds of intonation.